Hello. Can you hear me? No worries. Have you changed it on your PlayStation and the game? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Nothing much, man. Just been working quite a bit. Still doing plumbing, but I've switched companies a couple of times. Yeah, they seem pretty cool. Uh, about a month and a half now. That's strange. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Nice. Do the duties. Yeah, if you have that. I don't think so. No. Nah, Jess. That was two X's ago. Two X's and many women. Technically single, but like very serious with somebody right now. Yeah. Might be a stepdad. She's got a 6-year-old. She's turning 7 like next week, but 6-year-old right now. I haven't met the daughter yet, which like I definitely respect. It's been like 2 months of us dating, and like she's like we're both very serious, but she's like I have to protect her and everything, and I was like no, I 100% understand. Yeah, I was like trust. I was like I've dated another one or like two other women that have had kids, and like both of them introduced me so fast, and I was just like I don't mind that. But like at the same time, like as a like if I were a dad, like I would not be doing that, you know? I'd probably be waiting the same amount of time that she is. Yeah. On Bumble. Yeah. It's an app. I think it's both. Also, what's your name on Call of Duty so I can send you an invite? I don't think I see you. How do I add friends? You're not Stop It Step Bro, are you? That's that's one of my friends. All right, now I need to figure out how to add people. Search online, add friends. There we go. Enter Activision Triple B. Hashtag 11200. All right, I believe I just sent. No players found with that name. Did I spell it wrong? TRIPLEB hashtag 11200. Yeah, I typed it in right. Send. No players found with that name. Triple B. Huh. Do we already have each other? Oh, dude. I would be dick her down. Yeah, I'm already your friend. I just invited you. You're just appearing offline. But you should have just gotten an invite from me. Oh, so you're not even in it yet. Okay, yeah, that's probably it. I sent you 2 invites, so you should have them when you get in, though. It's I think like 3 years. Yeah, he was the ex that you did meet when I came out to visit. He was her sister's boyfriend. Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. No, uh, that was a while ago. I mostly play Warzone, Fortnite, and then I'm just getting into a game called Vigor. That one is, it's so it kind of is a mix between like a battle royale and a survival game. So you have a camp and your goal is to like level up your camp and find and like build it. Like basically it's just run down and in ruin and everything, and you're trying to like build it back up and like start, farming and build the building and everything. But the way that you do that is you load into what's called encounters. And an encounter is you load into a large scale map with, I don't know how many people, but like real people, right? And when you load in, they're randomly loaded around the map, and you have to run around the map and avoid or kill them, and or survive them. And then you have to collect supplies, and there's like little side objectives like um, there's a missile that crashes down, and then there's a supply drop that crashes down, and like everyone fights for those because those are the best supplies. And then you have to hit like they have a certain amount of exit points that you have to hit, and if you die in also there's a certain amount of time before radiation starts spreading across the map, and you can die from the radiation, you can die from the people. But anyways, whatever you load in with, you can bring stuff from your camp, like pain meds, guns, knives, whatever, right? If you die in the encounter, you lose everything you loaded in with and everything that's in your inventory at the moment that you collected during that encounter. If you leave the encounter, you bring back to your camp whatever you left with. So it's challenging because like you have to avoid those people, and like people can call in basically like a UAV. It's very short term. It'll put a ping on their map of where you are. You all have the same side objectives and the same objectives basically, and like you all just run around the map. So the hard part is like if you just keep, like being newer at it, everyone else is pretty good at it already. And so like I constantly die and my guns are almost out. Like I almost have 0 guns left in my inventory. So then you can earn guns in one of two ways. Either like loading in daily, you unlock rewards and like which gives you supplies. It can give you a gun every now and then, or just different stuff, different rewards for being like loading in daily. And then the other way is loading into the map, and like it's very rare, but you can find one in a box or something. So like even if you can load in with no guns and still leave with a gun, but it's like very difficult. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's a tough game, but it's definitely fun. Vigor? Vigor? Thanks. What have you been up to? Nice. What are you looking to get out of college and everything? Like, what are you looking to do after? Yeah, that makes sense. Nice, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I could definitely see you as a professor. Yeah, I think teaching would be right up your alley. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see if this plumbing place will do a little bit better. It's kind of strange. I almost did like a full circle in terms of like career status. Um, this place I've kind of got a running start. So when I started my residential plumbing career, I started at a company that was they had I want to say about like 10 field technicians, right? Like 10 plumbers. And they were just starting like doing this whole process of scripting and like just basically reshaping the way that like plumbers work. Plumbers have always just, you know, what you go in a house, you tell the customer what's wrong, you present a price, you get a yes or no, and like you walk away, right? Like, but now the process is we go in and like it's just a way to like increase sales and through like increasing the experience with the customer, right? And like your professionalism and everything like that. Like instead of going in and showing plumbers crack and just wearing a normal T-shirt and jeans and stuff, you're suited and booted in a good uniform. You have a script that you go off of, and it's not like a sales script or anything. It's just like a script to like get more information out of the call. So like, and not only that, but like I said, increase the customer experience. Like part of the script is like put shoe covers on. Like, um, And then it's asking questions, like how long has this issue been going on? How long have you lived here? Like how familiar are you with your plumbing system? Stuff like that. Um, and so like through all of that, like it increases sales because like the customer can trust you more. The customer is getting a better experience, all that kind of stuff. Like it's not like a scam. Like so, and part of the process is now we give options where, like I said, the plumber would just go in and present one option in the past that they think is the only way to fix it. Now it's, we give options. They want four options. One is like a band-aid option. The other one is, let's buy you some time option. The other one is, let's fix it the right way. The other way is, let's upgrade the system, and then we let the customer pick. Yeah. And so like I said, it's just kind of increasing sales, but also like building customer base, like that'll be with you for life. Um, So, anyways, the company that I worked for, that I started with, they were just implementing this process, and so I got to grow and see the process grow and see the process work. And then the last company I worked for, because I left that one and went to another company, the middle company was started by a guy that I used to work with. He's actually the one that got me the job at my first plumbing company. So he knew the process and everything too. And like his company was kind of a mix of like, oh, we're a small company and half doing the process. But that guy fucking sucks and none of his employees are happy. So I left him and I came to this company. And the funny thing is, the company I started at, they like started going, the owner wants to sell the company, so he hired this other company to start running his company to boost the books and then get it ready for sale. Well, they, seeing that my old operations manager was a very large expense, they ended up firing him. So he started his own consulting company, and now he goes plumbing company to plumbing company and is helping boost their sales through implementing that same process and teaching them how to be a bigger company. And so when I showed up or when I applied online for this, John Padilla Plumbing, the one that I'm at right now, the owner called me and he's all like, "Hey, Destry, my old operations manager," he's like, "Oh, I just got off the phone with him." He's like, "He had nothing but good things to say about you." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." And turns out my operations manager is John Padilla Plumbing is one of his clients now, so he's helping build that company. So when I got hired on, they were like, "Listen, you and Destry are the only people associated with this company that know the process that we're trying to implement." So now I'm like helping all of these guys implement that same process and learn sales and like teaching them things, right? And like, dude, like there's been so many morning meetings where I am the focus of it, like teaching these guys how to do what they do. And like already we're breaking records. So it's like me and my operations manager just teaching everyone. But he's only there 30 minutes out of 3 days of the week teaching us, where I'm there every day teaching these guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, this company's kind of cool because like I joined on and like again they've got like 10 to 15 guys in the warehouse and they're just starting the process. So I'm kind of getting like a lot of deja vu from back when I first started, but like seeing how successful and how much I've grown because they're at the level when I first started plumbing and I'm way ahead of them now. Yeah, so it's just interesting to see like where like this process. I totally forgot about it, but like when I first started, guys weren't selling as much as they were, and they're right where these guys currently are that I'm at right now. And so last month, the owner of the company texted the group chat, and he was like, "Hey, like we just broke a record for the most sales in a month, and it was 63,000 in 1 month. One guy 63,000, right?" And I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "That number's so fucking low." But then I thought back to when I first started plumbing, and that's higher than the guys that I was working with did. And now the guys that know the process and that I've worked with for 6 years, they're closing regularly on 200,000 a month. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, "Holy shit!" Like this company just starting the process and everything, and I just told like all of the sales guys, I was like, "Hey, like just letting you know, like it didn't even cross my mind until I heard that." But I was like, "Your top sales guy last month did 63,000. I was like, if you get familiar with this process and really lock it down, eventually you'll be closing on 150 to 200,000. And like their eyes lit up because we're commission based, right? Their eyes lit up and they're like, holy shit. They're like, I could be making that much money. And I was like, yeah. They're like, dude, I'm already making good money as a plumber. And if they're like, if I only sold 63,000 and, you know, within 6 months I could be doing 100,000, they're like, that's fucking crazy. And I was like, dude, I agree. I was like, just imagine the paychecks you'll be getting when that happens. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see like if I stick it through with this company because I kind of want to start my own thing, but like if I can make that much money working at this place, then I'm not gonna take on that responsibility and that liability, you know, of my own thing. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and like, so the only reason I left my original company, um, was because the company that they bought or that they hired to start running this company, they ran that company to the ground. Like not, I don't want to say they ran it into the ground culturally. Like that company had the best culture. Like you would go in, you were excited to go to work every day. Like everyone loved going to work. Like they would hate the jobs that they would go do, but they would love going to the company every day. You know what I mean? Like seeing our coworkers, like we all love to hang out, joke around. Like if we did an after work, you know, activity or whatever, like the holiday parties and stuff, like people loved going to those. Well, then they hired that company to start running the company and they were so sales oriented that like just a lot of guys just got bad vibes from them and like they started micromanaging like to the point where we didn't even feel like plumbers anymore. Basically like the office at all times was full of people that didn't know plumbing, have never plumbed before, never whatever, but like we got away with it because we did the diagnosing, we did that. We would only call them for the support we need, right? And then this company came in and they started implementing more and more. Like they implemented when you showed up on site, you had to do an 18-point process, texting photos, texting every finding, texting every picture, texting. Like literally, it killed like half of our time. And then um, eventually it got to the point where like you had to call your manager and like walk him through everything that's going on and he would tell you the options to write up. He would diagnose it over the phone and we're like, dude, you're not even a plumber. And yeah, then when we went to go and talk to the customer about the options we wrote up, we had to call the manager again to like help us present the options and then try and make the sale and like yeah, it just got to the point where we weren't even doing our job anymore. It was just the office people. And then they eventually tried to have everyone download. They did it to four of us at first, and they were like, if this goes well, then we'll implement to everyone's you know iPad. But they wanted us to download an app that was going to record and live stream every conversation we have with the customer. So we're supposed to have the app running from the moment we knock on the door to the moment we leave the call. They did it to they downloaded it on four of our apps or iPads. The only person I refused to run it. I said I'm not going to do this. I was like this is an invasion of privacy on every end. I was like I don't fucking care what you guys say. Legally, it is legal as long as we bring it up to the customer. But I was like I'm not bringing it up to the customer and I'm not doing it. And the only guy that did end up doing it, he said that he got so frustrated with it because basically like during his entire call, and he's got like 28 years plumbing experience. He said during his entire visit with the customer, they kept texting him like every 5 seconds, like, hey, say this, say that, say this, say that. Like the customer said this, so say that. And he's like, dude, he's like, I'm trying to focus on what I need to focus on. Like, I can't have my phone going off every 5 seconds. He's like, I present things to the customer on my phone, so the customer is seeing every text that comes through. And like, he's like, he said he ran 5 jobs that day, and four of the customers got a bad feeling when they saw the text popping up. And so he was like, dude, I'm not doing this. Yeah. 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 Dude, yeah, so when they asked us to download that, like the day they put it on my iPad, I called the other guy that started his own company and I said, "Hey, are you hiring?" Like the moment they downloaded it on my app, I called him and I was like, "Hey, are you hiring?" And he said, "Yeah." The next day I put in my notice. No, because so basically the company I worked for was called John Stevenson, and the company they hired was called Platform Partners. That's what the platform partners specialize in. Is they go in, they basically, I don't know the deal that they make at first, but basically what they do is they come in and they specialize in like plumbing and HVAC companies. They go in and they basically plump up your numbers in every way, whether it's cutting materials, cutting people out, cutting whatever they can, and increasing processes and stuff like that to boost sales. So they are a strictly like money and sales company, right? Like, and then what they do is they contact invest or they have a line of investors and buyers of like people that just want to acquire plumbing companies, right? And so then they build up the company for a while. Then they have one of their buyers or investors come in and acquire the plumbing company. And then they go in and they continue running the plumbing companies and they just collect like a dividend basically. Like so they just have a stake in the company. And they keep running it for that investor or for that buyer or whoever, you know? And so eventually that's just how they're making their money. And so they have a ton of plumbing companies. And I never saw any of the other plumbing companies that they acquired or anything like that, but um, I do have people that still talk to them and still, work with them and everything like that are pretty high up in these companies. And so I've heard that John Stevenson was a failed experiment. They're now like it's been 3 years since they started. Yeah, and I left about a year ago, but when I left, I heard that they had mentioned to a few people that John Stevenson was one of their biggest failed experiments. That like they just came in and they tanked everything about it. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I don't know all the legit. Like I said, I don't know any of the deals that they make. I don't know what all is. I don't know any of the behind the scenes stuff really. Um, but I do know that like now they're starting to turn it around. But like, man, there was a really rough period shortly after I left. So I've only been out of there for just over a year, something like that, maybe about a year. And when I left, it actually made like because I'm like a super loyal person, man. Like when I work somewhere, like I am a company man, like through and through, and like I know that I held a high place there. And so when I left, immediately like five or six other people left. And so then I heard and I saw because we still like so I still we did pipelining over there, and the company that I had joined started doing pipelining. So I hit up the pipeliners at John Stevenson, and I was like, "Hey, come over to this company," and they did. So then they couldn't do liners, so then we subbed out to them. So they were paying our company to do their liners, and so I still ran into their employees every now and then, right? So like Guys that I knew, guys that I didn't know, because they were doing mass hirings because of how many people were quitting and leaving and everything. And so, like, through talking to people, I learned that they were taking apprentices that, green as could be, didn't even know what a screwdriver was. And after a week of working for them and doing ride alongs and training, they were throwing guys in plumbing vans to go run their own jobs. And they had two guys that had barely, not even a year of plumbing. So typically, what plumbing looks like, the structure of it, is you do 4 years of apprenticeship, meaning you do 4 years of riding around with somebody learning plumbing before you typically get your own jobs. And so they were taking guys that had not even a year of plumbing experience, like 6 months, 6 to 8 months, and putting them in their own van to go do installs. Well, they did a job up in Orange County, and these guys that like only had like 6 months experience fucked up this woman's house. Yeah, I don't know if you how familiar you are with like the structure of a house, but you have the studs in your wall, which are like the 2x4s and stuff, right? And then you have what are called king studs, which are like vital to the structure of the house. And even on a normal stud, there's code stating like where exactly you can drill for a pipe to go through the stud to still hold its structural integrity. And these guys were drilling through the studs wrong. They were drilling through the king studs. This lady ended up like having to call out like an engineer and everything like that, and she's suing John Stevenson, and like she is like her house is basically fucked. Like they drilled through a king stud in multiple wrong ways, and now like her whole entire upstairs is like buckling, and like you can see waves in the floor of the wood and everything. They fucked up all the drywall. Like they didn't. So when you do a repipe, which is redoing all the fresh water lines in a house, you have to insulate all of the hot water pipes. They didn't insulate anything. And like, I mean, literally, like, they had to send out two of their most experienced plumbers to like spend an additional like 3 or 4 days fixing all the plumbing that they can because these guys fucked up the plumbing so bad. And then, like I said, they had to hire an engineer. They had to hire another company. Like, basically, this woman's house is like damn near toast. Like, they can fix it, but it's going to take a long time. No, they're just total. Like I said, John Stevenson is taking guys with 6 months experience and putting them on installs like that, and then they're taking apprentices. So in plumbing, you have multiple different kind of titles or jobs that you can do. There is, well, in the field at least, there's three main ones. There's a service technician, and a service technician, what they do is they go out, they do the simple jobs, right? Like the little ones. So like at John Stevenson, they had a kind of barrier of where they would like set this up. So then you have what's called the flip model, meaning your service tech goes out, and if there's opportunity for a large job, they flip it over to what we call a supervisor, which is just a salesman. The salesman comes out and he says, "Hey, this is going to be a much bigger job, like blah blah blah." And they sit down and they sell these bigger jobs. Then the bigger jobs get flipped to the installers, who all they do is come out and do the dirty work. So the cap was service technicians do any job that is under $2,000. Once it reaches opportunity of 2,000 or more, then you get a supervisor out, and then if the supervisor sells 2,000 or more, the installer comes out and does it. And so John Stevenson was taking guys that literally have never worked a trade job in their life, never done construction, never done anything, like people that came from the restaurant industry. And they were taking them, training them for exactly 1 week or less, and making them a service technician to go and work in people's houses. Yeah. And like I said, the typical plumbing model is if you get hired as a plumber with no experience whatsoever, you do 4 years of apprenticeship, meaning you don't run your own job, you don't do anything without being supervised by a journeyman plumber that has been doing it for more than 4 years. And these guys are turning apprentices into not journeymen, but turning them into running their own jobs after a week. No, you're good. Let's say, is your game even downloaded yet? Oh shit. Oh yeah, and it's just, I mean, it's not illegal or anything, unfortunately, but it is going to cost the company a lot of fucking money. Yeah, but the legality of it falls under the company, and the company deems what's illegal. I mean, they deem who's ready for a van and who's not. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be lawsuits and everything, but that's only if the people figure out that things are wrong. And then it falls under the license of the owner of the plumbing company. So like basically, plumbers and doctors are very similar. Even like if you break it down to even like the plumbing system, a lot of it is very similar. Like a good plumber will say like doctors are some of our favorite clients because it's so easy to explain your plumbing system to a doctor. Um, and so, uh, just like a doctor that has a private practice, right? Like they can hire people under them that are maybe not doctors, but anyways, anyone working under them is working under that doctor's license. You know what I mean? So like if a nurse or something comes in and fucks something up, the doctor can lose his license. Same thing with a plumber. Like basically he can hire anyone he wants and we're all operating under his license. So if I do some illegal shit, he's at risk of losing it. Exactly. And in my opinion, this guy's taking like the owner of John Stevenson himself is taking a huge risk by hiring this company who's running it to the ground. You know what I mean? Like because I don't know if he pays attention to the day to day, like moving people around and who's operating what and all that, and like, but like he's 73, 74, 75 years old now. Like like if he loses this company, and like loses basically gets sued and has to pay out like the lady's house that we were working on was a 1.5 million dollar house. Like and so like, she might have to like do more than 1.5 million worth of work. Like they're going to have to demo so much of that house and like tear it all apart and whatever. And so them doing that, that could be hundreds of thousands of dollars that like he might get sued for. And then let's say somebody else, fucks up another job in that meantime and he gets sued for another, basically tons of lawsuits, right? Like just all adding up to his entire bank account basically. Loses his license because, all of these fuck ups. And then what is he going to do? He's 75 years old. He's not going to go back to plumbing. You know what I mean? Like he can't do that himself. I think he and the operations manager that I worked for, I don't know all the background stuff, but basically when I started there, we were in a tiny little warehouse, right? A tiny little office building with like a warehouse, right? And so over time, we grew and grew and grew. We acquired the warehouse next to us too. We kept growing and growing and growing. And, we outgrew that warehouse too. So then they were looking into, are we going to construct our own building that'll fit us? Or are we going to, purchase a building that'll fit us? And so they did some shopping around for a while and they ended up on this one building, that was I want to say, if I remember correctly, it was like 1.3 million or something like that that they bought it for. It wasn't a plumbing warehouse. It wasn't a plumbing office. Like, dude, this thing, the original company that owned it was a interior design office. And so you walk in the lobby and it is like all marble floors with real wood, like dark real wood, desk and shelves and cabinets and this, and they had a whole like entire wall that was for wine bottles. They had, the owner's office was all real wood. The conference office looked like you were in Italy, dude. It had all black iron like walls and everything, stained glass and like this stone ceiling, and like it was a beautiful office. And then the tiniest little warehouse. Like, we actually lost warehouse space moving into this place. So what did they do? They double stacked it and made a second floor in the warehouse. They spent another 2.5 million just doing the warehouse alone, because they had to put in, all this steel I-beam structuring and flooring and everything to create the second story. They had to redo the fire sprinkler system. They added 3 bathrooms. They added a metal cage throughout the entire warehouse. They added a metal cage on the second story. Like, dude, I mean, they spent like another 2 million just redoing the warehouse alone. And then they also redid parts of the office space to create more offices and cubicles and this and that. So I mean, all in all, they're probably pushing 300, or not 300, 3 million, give or take, just for redoing this 1 point something million office that they just bought. And so then they started hiring office people. They started hiring more, field people. They started just hiring. And it just like, so I think that they just overspent and put themselves in this deficit that like they couldn't handle. The owner hit like 73 years old and was like, I need to retire and I don't have anything to fucking show for it. Because then COVID hit after they did all that, and like our business dropped way off. And so it's like they had nothing in reserves, and they just mismanaged basically. They just kept hiring and hiring and hiring and spending and spending and spending. COVID hit, they dropped off, and we never fully recouped from that. And then they also tried hiring a different marketing company. That marketing company sucked and never got us calls. Like, so they just mismanaged, and then COVID, and so like they never quite bounced back. So then they hired that platform partners, and they started running shit. And like I said, they helped run it to the ground, and it's just like that whole place is just a shit show now. I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, it's like he knows what he's doing. And at the end of the day, he still has full say of what happens in his company, right? Like, but the owner used to show up every day. He would hang out and bullshit with us and like, talk to us, hang out all the time. Like, once the platform partners started really fucking the place up, he just stopped showing up, him and his wife. And so it's like, and then I would hear that he would like every now and then pop in the afternoon. But I'm like, dude, you used to come every morning and hang out with us. Like, you're definitely just ashamed to show your face because all of us are just miserable. And like I said, I've always told people I have no hard feelings with him. Like, at the end of the day, it's business, and like, he's looking to retire. And dude, I'd want to retire too and like have some shit to leave behind for my kids. But like, fuck, man, like you can't just let your company be run to the ground because of that. Like, yeah. But no, this company that I just joined, like I said, then I went to another company called Clearwater, and like the owner was just a piece of shit. Um, no, that might have been something else. It might have been this one. I don't fully remember when the last time we talked was. But no, you're good. Yeah, this guy just sucked. Like, basically, he hired me. Like, my specialty is doing sewer service work. So like I go in, I clear clogs, And like I'll do minor repairs and stuff like that. I know plumbing too. Like I know a decent amount of it. I know how to solder. I know how to do like the simple things. Anyways, I got hired there, and like, dude, at John Stevenson, like I was held in such high esteem because I will work all the hours that you need me to. I will do whatever jobs you need me to. Like I was a very well-rounded guy. Like I did all the training and everything, and like, dude, I was held in very high regard. And like, then I came to this company, and I was hired to do drain clearings, service work again. The first day that I had my van, my machines, my uniform, and everything, he tells somebody else, one of the sales guys, that he's going to go clear 2 drains and told him to hurry up because he's got freshwater leak calls on after that. And we both looked at him and we're like, hey, why not just have me go clear it and set it up like I usually do? And he was like, no, just do it this way. And then he looked at me and said, you have no calls. And then the entire time that I've worked there, the only time I ever got to do my job of clearing drains, flipping it, whatever, was if the other salesmen that usually clear drains were busy. And I'm like, dude, so why'd you even hire me? Like, and most of the time I was just running parts and just doing like, or just sitting around doing nothing, putting door hangers on, stuff like that. And so like I was very underutilized, and like he would just use and abuse us. I helped the lining team for a while, and like, dude, we just got ran through the fucking dirt. Never listened to any of our suggestions, like even on a day-to-day thing, like just wouldn't listen to us. Um, so we were never heard. Um, and then it got to the point where he just started writing me up for the craziest shit. Like, uh, I was never late to work. Like in the last probably like 10 years, I could count on one hand how many times I've been late to work. And he had employees that were late every day, and he would just be like, "Oh, they're late, whatever," and like not do anything about it. I was late one time, and I texted him and it was like, "Hey, there was a bad accident on the freeway. Like I'm running a little late," and I was not even 5 minutes late, and he wrote me up for it. Yeah, and even the manager in the office was like, he kind of fucked up on this one. He was like, because now he's like, if he doesn't write anybody else up for being late from now on, he's like, you basically could sue him. Like that's harassment at that point. And I was like, oh, I know. And then he was very big on presentation, whether it was our uniforms looking neat or the or the vans being very clean, right? So like every Monday, he would have everyone in the company go to the car wash, and we would all clean our vans. And so he was also very big on tire shine. And so I went to the car wash, and as I was washing my van, somebody came up and was like, "Hey, can I get your tire shine?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I handed them the can. Well, then he ended up passing it to 5 other people who used the entire can. And so I was like, "All right, whatever. I'll just do it later." So I roll back up to the office to grab some equipment after that. And he comes running outside and he's like, if I fucking catch you again not using tire shine, blah, 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 I fucking write you up. Don't let me fucking write you up for something that stupid and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, before I could even get a word out, he went back in the office. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? I had a guy in my passenger seat who was like, yo, what the fuck was that? And I was like, dude, he doesn't like me. Like, I'm telling you, like, he doesn't like me. And this kid was brand new. And I've worked with him at John Stevenson, but like, never at this company. And he was like, that was fucking crazy. And I was like, I know, he doesn't like me. And then there was another time he wrote me up for insubordination because I used a piece of equipment that he didn't want me to use, but that wasn't specified to me. It was specified to somebody else, just never made it around to me. But he wouldn't talk to me. He would just tell the office manager, right up Mike. And then there was another day. Yeah, there was another day where our back parking lot, like where we'd park every morning, was in a little gated area. And I pulled in like I do every morning. And it's a little bit of a tight, cramped area. But anyways, I pulled in like I do every morning. And then the next day I get a phone call when I get to a job site. And it was the office manager who I've also worked with for years. And he's like, hey, man, like we always joked around about like how it's going to be my last day. I'm getting fired, whatever, because of how many times I'm getting written up for just stupid shit, right? And he calls me up and he's like, "Hey, today might actually be the day." And I was like, "No fucking way, dude." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Dude, apparently you like pulled into the back and like revved your engine next to somebody, making it an unsafe work environment." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, I never revved my engine." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, and so I called the guy up that he said I revved my engine next to, and I was like, "Hey, do you remember me doing anything like stupid in the parking lot or anything?" I was like, "I don't care if you ratted me out. I'm not asking that." I was like, "I'm just asking if you remember me doing anything that like you can, stands out to you." I was like, "Because I'm getting written up and possibly fired over it." I was like, "I want to know at least for like my own knowledge so I don't do it again, like even if I don't get fired or whatever." And he was like, "No, he's like, I don't remember anything." He's like, I remember you pulled in, because I told him it was yesterday, and he's like, "No, you pulled in like normal." He's like, "I don't remember even really seeing you." And I was like, "Dude, what the fuck?" So like, I got sent home that day, and then they were like, "On Monday, we're writing you up, and the manager's like possibly letting you go." And I was like, "I'm not signing another fucking write up unless Mike, the owner, wants to give it to me himself." And I was like, "So I can talk to him." Yeah, I was like, "Dude, like," I was like, "This is gonna be my third write up. Like, you're not fucking writing me up 3 times for some ridiculous bullshit." Like, I was like, "This is fucking crazy." So like, I sat him down and I was like, I tried telling him, I was like, "Dude, nobody in your company's happy right now." And his response to that was crazy. Because, dude, I'd already had like 4 people come up to me and tell me how they're not happy at the moment. They're just burnt out or run down. Like, and Mike's just making everything worse. And so, anyways, I told him, I was like, "Dude, nobody in the company's happy right now." And I told him the reasons why. And he straight up looked at me and he said, "If nobody's happy right now, you got to start asking that." You said you got to flip it on them and ask them what they're doing wrong to be so upset. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. I was like, you have no fucking accountability. And so yeah, that day I started applying to new jobs. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I, dude, I have no idea, but like literally everyone, apprentices, people that were just hired, like people that barely worked there, like they all said the same thing. They're like, "Dude, we can see he's got something out for you." Like even my office manager came in and like the one that I'd worked with for years, he like straight up told me like he was like, "Dude, he's like, you got to be on your P's and Q's." He was like, "Mike talks about you in the office more than anyone else by far." He was like, he's got something for you." Which, like I said, is crazy because like I am one of the most like dedicated, like loyal, workers. Like I will work my ass off. I'll put in the hours. You can call me day or night, and I will run a call. Like I don't care. But it's like, for some reason, he never gave me the opportunity to show him what I'll do. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, it was fucking crazy, dude. Like it was insane. No, it's all good. It's over now. I was only at his company for like 8 months because I just could not stand it. Like a month and a half ago. Sorry, I was texting. Yeah, no, I don't foresee this company going downhill. The guy that owns it, he's pretty young. I'd say he's mid 30s maybe. And then like I said, my old operations manager is working there, and like I loved that guy. Like he's super smart, like definitely super loyal, like already knows what I can do and everything. And like, so I think this company, like when I got hired, he basically was like, "I want to build the culture that you used to have at John Stevenson." And I was like, "That's what I want." Yeah, so like I think it's gonna go well. I think this guy's like gonna keep that small company mentality, but like bring in the big sales and the stuff that was successful, and keep out the stuff that wasn't, which will be really nice. It's all good. It's up to you. I'm usually up till 1 o'clock anyways. Nobody does, trust me. Yeah, I might be down for that. All good. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, for sure. Sounds good, man. Yeah. Just hit me up and I'll see where I'm at. All right. Later. Later.
Concerned about her clearing the power lines. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Shit. 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 Oh, come on. I don't like this. I do not like... Oh, boy. Might as well just film it. This is going to be a shit show. This is not good. Oh, boy. He stopped. He stopped. Okay, okay. He's not going to make it. I got to get off this thing. Oh, boy. This one is really, really big, and we are both concerned about her clearing the power lines. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Shit. 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 Oh, come on. I don't like this. I do not like... Oh, boy. Might as well just film it. This is going to be a shit show. This is not good. Oh, boy. He stopped. He stopped. Okay, okay. He's not going to make it. I got to get off this thing. Oh, boy. When's the last time you took fentanyl? Okay. And so that might be the side effect of silencing. Looks like the side effect of silencing. It's this, it's called the skin rotting disease. No?
Check your gear and weapons. You'll be deployed shortly.
Like, bad batch of fentanyl. You might want to go to the ER, brother.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Okay, good.
Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy movement. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone. Havoc. New modifiers are activated every circle.
What's up?
Last squad left wins the match.
Switching mags.
Havoc system online. Enemy counter UAV inbound.
Under fire.
Enemy counter UAV inbound. New modifier active.
Enemy deleted.
Fuck.
10 remain. You're almost done here. We've got 10 squads active in the field.
Let's get to work. Reloading.
SDVR ready for launch.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Enemy counter UAV inbound. All squad mates are in the safe zone. Gas is inbound. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Loading new mag. Inserting armor.
Your squad mate is redeploying.
Found the
Well
field
done.
upgrade. Reloading.
I wouldn't raid and I'd be kicking your ass right now.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Eyes on enemy.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Enemy soldier incoming. New modifier active.
Armor satchel available here.
redeploying. Well done.
Never saw it coming.
Enemy UAV is online. Enemy UAV overhead. You have reinforcements inbound.
Neutralizado. C4 triggered. Inserting armor. Switching mag.
Your squad made it to the safe zone. Gas
Found
is
the weapon.
moving. Your squad mate's back on station. Good
hit.
work.
Inserting armor.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy dropping into the AO.
FFE, danger close. Over. Enemy ordnance incoming. Missile strike on an MI target.
Incoming LDBR.
Target grid empty. Negative VDA.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Switching mag.
You have reinforcements inbound. New modifier active.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
Enemy airstrike in the area.
Taking fire.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done. Respawn's about to shut down.
Loading new mag.
Your squad's in the top 5.
Eyes up.
5 squads still operational in the AO. Enemy UAV overhead. Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind. Enemy UAV is online.
I was totally acting in self-defense.
Sentry turret ready to deploy.
Deploying sentry turret.
Care package on standby.
Requesting care package deployed.
Signal launch the designated target.
LDBR ready for launch.
Negative vet. Missile strike failed to hit designated threat.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone location. Respawns are now disabled. Hostile UAV in the area. New modifier active.
Activating C4. Under fire. Cinco para abajo.
Yeah, man.
UAV standing by.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Care package available for delivery.
Toro marking care package LZ.
UAV available for tasking.
New modifier active. Some of your squad is outside the safe zone. Use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Reloading. I broke their armor.
Enemy dropping into the AO. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war
What up,
zone.
y'all got a mic?
Havoc. New tricks and twists activate every circle. Handle them all, survive until the end. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop point for your squad and go get after him. Enemy soldier incoming. Havoc system online.
Switching mags.
9 left. Keep the pressure on. We've got 10 squads active in the field. New modifier active.
Tagged and backed. Loading new mag.
This squad's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in.
Switching mags. Reloading.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. New modifier active.
Hostile shooter. Threat deleted. Insert armor. Inserting armor.
Hostile airstrike incoming.
Requesting recon.
All squad mates are in the safe zone. You're losing ground. Move it. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Inserting armor.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
Shot's good.
Check fire! Gas is inbound. Marking two safe zones. New modifier active.
Let's get to work.
Respawns are about to shut down. Enemy soldier incoming.
Back in the AO.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Your squad mate is in the safe zone.
What? kind of bullshit was that?
Enemy unit with a hand cannon in the immediate area. You have reinforcements inbound.
What the fuck, dude?
Alpha Lead command oversight.
Toro, requesting
Gas
contact.
moving in. New safe zone located.
Sentry turret available.
Respawns are now disabled.
CUAV prepped for launch.
Get a counter UAV in the air.
Sentry turret ready to deploy.
New modifier active.
Focus is in position, deploying ECM.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Precision airstrike ready for tasking.
Sentry turret available.
Sentry turret established.
Precision airstrike standing by. Squad's in the safe zone. Gas is moving.
This is Focus. We are bingo fuel. RTB.
Inserting armor.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone. New modifier active. Dangerous territory. Get moving to the safe zone.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
Time of flight 5 seconds. Out.
Precision airstrike available. 4 remaining. 5 squads still operational in the AO.
Coordinates marked. Targets were struck. No casualties.
Loading new mag.
You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Move to the safe zone. You're losing ground. Moving. Bonus modifier activated.
What the fuck is this?
Stay alert. Hostiles with a hand cannon detected in your area.
Hand cannon available.
Precision airstrike standing by.
Target mark. Send it.
Hand cannon locked and loaded.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike it out.
You're in the last 2. Now finish it. Stand to you, soldier. Stay sharp.
Impact. No hit.
You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Last chance. Finish the job.
Moving with hand cannon. Taking fire.
Good work. That's how it's done.
I'm hit.
fucking irony of this tweet.
Nightmare 712. Hey, life full of color, you're back. I thought you left.
We're headed to the war zone.
Left me.
Get geared up and stand by.
This is my friend Gorilla. If you guys haven't, Candyman.
Enemy dropping.
Okay, girl.
Dumbasses.
Enemy soldiers incoming.
Let's not forget all the salt.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
I want to hear those.
What do you want to hear?
Second waypoint.
These corn, I don't see no.
Havoc. Every circle activates the modifier. Can you handle them? Squad standing. Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad soldier. Enemy dropping into the AO. Havoc system online. New modifier active.
Back in the AO. Switching mag.
Precision airstrike ready for task.
Under fire.
There they
Under fire.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Inside.
Reloading.
You have reinforcements
Searching
inbound.
armor.
over here.
Eyes on enemy.
All squad mates are in the safe zone. Got gas moving in.
Incoming tactical.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Loading new mag. Reloading.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Oh, switching mags.
Eyes on enemy.
safe zone.
I broke their
Enemy
armor.
soldier incoming. Hostile shooter. New modifier active.
I finally found.
LCR inbound.
Right when. Oh.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Really do be like that.
Like right as I was putting on the plate.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Nearby target marked for an enemy missile strike.
Searching armor.
Eric, he's below you or right in your face.
Switching mags. Under fire. Thermal mag. Loading new mag.
Damn, I'm running out of bullets.
Enemies dropping into the AO. You have reinforcements inbound. Only 10 left. Your squad's in the safe zone. Gas
Hostile
inbound.
TSKIA.
Oh, way.
That's bullshit, huh?
Squad mates back on station. Good work.
I died.
Enemy UAV overhead.
He's cranked, so if you don't kill him in time, you go kaboom.
Counter UAV available for testing.
Oh, I
Requesting
see.
CUAV above.
Precision airstrike available.
Focus
Bullshit.
commencing counter UAV operations overhead.
You have reinforcements inbound.
So I have 57 seconds to kill somebody.
Or
Enemy
loot.
soldier incoming.
Frag thrown. Switching mags.
Fuck you, coach.
I broke their armor.
Oh my.
Focus terminating ECM operations.
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Gas
Where you
is
guys
moving
at?
in.
Where you guys
New
at?
safe zone located.
Loading new mag.
New modifier active. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
Reloading.
Respawns are about to shut down.
Live one eye. Loading fresh mag.
Gas is moving.
Reloading. Get off your high horse. Let's get to work.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oi, that was too fucking close.
What?
What the fuck? Where?
Hostile UAV in the area.
Switching mags.
Got him, don't worry. He was on the crane.
Oh,
Yo,
he's
where
going
you
through
at, man?
between the
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Found your ass.
want the land. Can you guys mark him?
Never mind.
I killed him already.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's another one back on the crane though. Just killed him though.
Dude, you better fucking run.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
Sentry turret ready to deploy.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Sentry turrets up.
Yo, where you at, man?
He's right here. Buster, get inside.
Not a cluster, just a bunker buster.
Yeah, that's fine. Bunker Buster is worse than Buster.
Ah, see you later. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you're up there? Okay, okay. Smoke your ass
Squad
right
mate
now.
into the safe zone.
Oh.
Gas moving in.
Inserting armor. Eyes on enemy.
The guy was back over at the crane too, so be careful. You can't shoot him through that glass. Oh shit, I'm getting hit from the right.
Enemy UAV is online. Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Inserting armor.
Hostile UAV in the area.
No way, bro. The sense.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Loading new mag. Taking fire.
Ooh, bike station.
TACOM, drop care
Enemy
package on my
advanced
beacon.
UAV overhead.
Care package available for delivery.
Get to the safe zone. Gas is closing in. Incoming LDCR. Enemy advanced
Thorough
UAV
working
is
care
active.
package LZ.
Throw the bike station.
Eyes up.
Right there on the top. Ignoring me. What? Bike station up there.
Loot identified.
Why are you gonna throw it out there? What the hell?
Cannon available.
Friendly buy station deployed.
Using going on.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. Deployable buy station ready.
Oh shit.
Wow.
You've got 4 remaining. Stay sharp. 5 squads still operational with the AR. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Oh, what's going on? Last chance, soldier. Kill or be killed. We lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.
Adding armor. Break time's over.
Only 2 left.
What?
Andiamo qua.
Ruck up. You're headed to the war zone. Enemy soldier incoming.
Enemy eliminated.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment. Havoc. New tricks and twists activate every circle. Handle them all, survive until the end. Havoc system online. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Smoked.
You're the last one standing, soldier. Survive until your squad can redeploy. New modifier active. You were 1 of 25 remaining. They hit us hard that time. Dust yourself off, regroup, and get back out there. Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Havoc. New modifiers are activated every circle. Last squad left wins the match.
Where are we jumping?
Made it to the top 10. We've got 10 squads active in the field. New modifier active. Back in the AO. You have reinforcements inbound. Squad mates back on station. Good work. Squad mate is redeploying. Well done. The squad's in the safe zone. Gas is moving. Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. You have reinforcements inbound. Enemy UAV is online. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
That's a kill.
Gas is inbound. Marking 2 safe zones.
Fuck me, dude.
Let's get to work.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Taking fire.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Back at it.
Your squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Your squad made it to the safe zone. Gas is closing in.
Requesting counter UAV!
Back in the AO.
Enemy counter UAV.
Fucking A, dude. I need to change my fucking guns so that they...
I'm fine. Let's get to work.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Enemy soldier incoming.
Reloading.
New modifier active.
Care package on standby. CUAV prepped for launch.
Enemy UAV is online.
Have fuel and standing by.
Counter UAV above. Use your gun.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
Enemy advanced UAV is active. Enemy advanced UAV overhead. Respawn shut down. Enemy deployed. Advanced UAV.
Fucking god, dude.
Gas is inbound. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
LDBR ready for launch.
16 rounds. Out.
Sentry turret ready to deploy.
I broke their armor.
You have reinforcements
What's the
inbound.
fucking fire? Look!
Neutralize single target.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
fucking god, dude.
Find me back here. I got work to do. Find me back here. I got work. Find me back here. I got work to do.
I'm pretty sure no one's ever seen a girl in a skirt skateboard on this highway. Day 13 of skating across America for spinal cord research. I hope we make it to New York City, but we'll take honestly any coast at this point. It's hot, it's heavy, and some of the pavement's rough. And we have about 30 miles to go until we reach a small town called Sonoma, heading towards Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm hoping we can get some mileage under our belts. I had a recovery day yesterday. I feel really good. And right now, we're heading back out into the desert. Pavement check. Ah! Oh my God, chunky. The chunkiest road we've been on so far. So I made it onto this highway, and the goal today is to do 30 miles. And I'm playing Frogger with semis. I found a Hudson Honey. Sketchiest highway ever. Woo-hoo! Heading into the collection. It's officially the end of day 13. Only gone 13 miles. These highways, when you skate them, get really sketchy. But I keep having to, like, skate up the shoulder, and then a semi's coming, and then I have to skate off the shoulder. Skate, turn off. Skate, turn off. I'm not really stoked about the progress I made today. I think the biggest reason I didn't make it today was definitely because of how scary this shoulder is. We're gonna hit it again tomorrow. See you guys bright and early. I'm pretty sure no one's ever seen a girl.
Stand by.
See me sit on my fucking guitar case?
Said she's gonna hit me when she's sliding. It's 5 years ago. Claude Daisy, the bloggers out this weekend. They're insane. Alright, so I've got a question.
Anybody got a mic?
Just closing on your position. Suggest you hightail it out of there. Enemy soldier incoming. Targets are up. Go take them down. Be advised, an enemy squad is tracking your location. Squad mates in the gulag. If they survive, they redeploy. Squad mates in the gulag.
What the fuck, dude?
Fight started. Time for a fight. Be ready. You're next. Earn redeployment or die trying. Stand by for redeployment. You earned it. Enemies dropping into the AR.
Let's get to work. Switching mag.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Tactical DVR against my target.
Setting waypoint. Got some loot here. Got some loot here.
Destination marked.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Broke their armor. Reloading. Taking fire! Vamos! Inserting armor.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Switching mags. Anyone need loot?
Precision airstrike standing by.
Do you find it amusing?
You've got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
Spring mine going out. Spotted the contract.
Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. All bounty targets are KIA. Well done.
I'm hit! Loading new mag!
Head to the safe zone. You've got gas moving in. Your squad mate is marked as a most wanted target. Kill enemies and secure supply caches to help remove the bounty on their head.
Reload! That was close. Planting mine. Enemy grenade! Switching mags!
Nazir authorizing UAV mission.
You kept your squad mate in one piece. Contract complete.
Reloading! Inserting armor! Incoming frag! Target marked. Send
Enemy
hostile
soldier
shooter.
incoming.
Bravo 3-1, target acquired, strike inbound.
Head for my midpoint.
Now in, go again.
Loading, new map.
Gas is inbound. Marking 2 safe zones. The area. Watch the skies.
Requesting recon above.
Enemy UAV overhead. Your squad mate is being tracked as the most wanted target. Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get that target off their back.
Switching mags.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Visual on enemy. Someone else.
You kept your squad mate alive. Most wanted contract complete.
Loading, new mag. Taking fire.
TACOM, requesting recon overhead.
Necesito médico. He hit me.
You've got gas inbound. Relocation.
Pull your head out of your arse and check your fucking targets. Hostile shooter. Changing mags.
I needed something.
Buy me back.
Easy.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Changing mag. Switching mags. Eyes on enemy. Scratch that.
Setting waypoint.
Your squad is getting you out of here. Stand by.
Back in the AO.
Requesting recon above.
Hey, cabron! Check your aim!
Loadout drop headed your way.
Springmine deployed.
Catch me eyes in the sky.
Changing mags. Switching mag. Equipment out.
Setting waypoint.
Closing in. Get to the
Target eliminado.
Gulag's closed until further notice.
I'll ride along.
Loading new mag.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Body dropped.
Your squad made it to the safe zone. Gas is closing in. You're in the top five. Bring home the win.
There's no way I can do that. I was surrounded.
Setting waypoint.
Setting waypoint.
You're in the top three. Don't let up now.
Broke their armor.
Here's the last call. Now finish this. Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.